Welcome back everybody to another Joytoy review. In this review, we're going to be taking a look at the Battle for the Stars, the Thirst Legion Interstellar Trooper. Should be third Interstellar Troopers, because you get 3 of them in a package. But hey, these are awesome. Who cares about the verbiage? So this is the front end packaging. You can see the 3 characters. Looks really cool. I love the artwork of this. It's very, very nice. Down here on the bottom, we have the nameplate, Battle for the Stars logo. It looks cool. These are not that old, but they're not newer. But I've been on the fence with a couple of the sets from my own personal collection. So this is the one I was kind of like, do I want this set or don't I? Be honest with you, it turned me off at first with this set was the center trooper. The red armor and the white helmet kind of just took away from this set. So it's been a little bit. I keep looking at it, moving over, decide, you know what? It looks cool. One thing I do want to point out to you guys is this is a beautiful blue armor. The pictures, the product pictures and the videos online really don't do justice until you actually have it in hand. The blue is definitely different than what you see online because maybe from the color pattern of people's monitors, their phones, whatever, but they're not as as bulky as you would think. They're actually more sleeker than the other ones, and the blue is pretty amazing. So here we go. Let's take a look at it, and I don't regret buying them. They look pretty cool, nice solid figures, and I think it's worth the review. Top of this packaging, we have Battle for the Stars logo. Warning for choking hazard for small children under the age of 3. These are recommended for ages 15 and up. These are marketed towards your adult collectors. The bottom, we have Interstellar Trooper, product parameters, Joytoy information, UPC, and symbols for choking hazards. And do not throw away. So if you want to pause and read that, I'll give you a few more seconds. Looks fantastic. On this side, we have the Northern Union government. And we have their logo. Do you like the fist with the lightning bolt? Kind of gives you a Thor-y feel to it. And on this side, we have the very cool black and purple white Joytoy logo. I do enjoy that very much. Back of the packaging, you see all the accessories. This is going to be an interesting set because I found something out that I didn't know about Joytoy. And if you stay with me, I'll show you when we get to the accessory part. This is very, very cool. I don't think I've ever seen it in any other reviews I've watched. I do enjoy watching everybody's reviews to support everybody's channel. Thank you guys for watching my channel. Appreciate it very much. So I'm going to go ahead and get this out of packaging. This did have saran wrap on it. I took it off because I wanted to check my figure's joints, and I'm glad I did. They need a little heat, but they are perfect. No issues at all. Just warmed them up. No problem. Took a little, maybe 10-15 minutes, and they were in beautiful working order. So these are still probably the last of the old type packaging as of now. They've moved to more the window box style. Here's a product insert. We can unfold this and we can see the troopers up top with the component parts. We have down at the bottom with all the weapons laid out in front of them. On the back we have precautions, which you pause and read that. And a breakdown of how to tear your figure apart if you need to, or customize or replace joints. Let's hope that never happens to anybody, because that's an unpleasant thing. So these are still a sandwich style. Here is the figures. And here is the accessories upside down. Only upside down here on my channel, right? Haha. Okay, so we'll put the weapons aside for now. Take a look at these guys. Before we get started, let's give a couple things out here. These are all the same buck. The only thing different on sculpting, not paint, is the head sculpts. That's it. Same thing. So we're going to go through one mainly. I will show you all three, but for detail, articulation, I'll compare the two different colored chests, but other than that, they're the same, just repainted. Just so you know. And the articulation for all is the same for all of them. We might as well start with this guy, because he is our odd man out because of his red armor. Let's get this out of the way. So here he is. He was the problem child for me for deciding to buy this set or not. I wasn't too keen on the red armor. I am more of a unison collector. I love the way teams go together with the unison of color for the uniforms and so forth. I'm a big fan of a commander, because you could do this as a commander. The red is just off-putting for this set. I don't think it fits well, and definitely the white helmet don't fit. He could have gave him, a different helmet and give him the same, maybe different markings or something, but I'm not a fan of this. But I'll tell you what, it grew on me, and so here he is in my possession. Overall, the head sculpt on this was one of the things I was kind of iffy about, like, as you can see here, kind of has frosted tips. That's what it looks like. I thought maybe, okay, we're going to sell it as, salt and pepper hair, experienced soldier, a little bit of gray, but to me it looks like a lot more frosted than gray. But it's just me nitpicking. Sculpt looks fantastic on the head. It's definitely a new head sculpt. I do love these shoulder pads. They have the nice water tempos here, water slide decals, whatever you want to call them. They look fantastic. Just a point to be made here. I have been trying to advise, share my experience, not to put your figures in hot water. Not only they whoop the color, the plastic, don't forget they are using water decals. And if you put them in hot water, it may make your water decals come off. Hair dryer, hot heat is your best advice that I can give you. Nice chest armor is done in red. His whole body armor is red, and his back is done in red. So we'll start with the front here. We have the silver vents throughout. A silver piece here on his stomach. Looks cool. The back, he has the red. He has some yellow ports, some silver at the top, silver thrusters, and I do love how they painted the interior that red. Red or black works for me. Black for maybe a burnt look. Red for extreme heat. Looks very, very cool. Very detailed. Love it. On this side here, shoulder pads are very well detailed. Not only have the water slides on the front, there's some paint here on the side, on the top, and the number 3 on the back, on both sides. Lots of detail in this figure. Here we have another water slide here. He has padded gloves, padded fingers, and a padded thumb. So he can poke you in the eye. And both arms are the same. Except for the water decal slide here. Here's the 3 on this one. Padded gloves. He has a utility belt, or a belt. There's a yellow device there, some pouches. These large blue pieces in the back and in the front. 2 of these gray pouches on the side here. Looks really good. This thigh armor is the opened gun holster. Not a fan of it. It's growing on me, but I'm not a fan of it. Silver here on the thigh pads. Nice knee pads. We do have some nice water slide decals on the ankles, or the shin guards, I should say. Do love that. Some silver there at the bottom of the ankle. And he has some pretty big feet. Okay, so let's take a 360 of just this guy here for a second. If you you guys will like these figures. I don't think they're well worth it. The color. Try to do my best to get you guys to see the color of these things. Give you the best angles I can. They're like a blue metallic. They're very shiny. Like a precious. Oh yeah, let's take a look at the back of this figure too. Not only, I love the thrusters here, but you have the vents here underneath. And then on the back of his legs, I almost forgot. He has his small thrusters. His water slides here. And look at the paint. You got the silver and the red inside. That's very, very nice. It's not shown very well in a lot of the product photos to all that detail, but I'm telling you, the product pictures really doesn't do these figures a justice like they having them in hand. So I took the risk, a gamble of getting this set. It paid off for once. So let's bring in one of the other guys. And we'll take a look at his chest armor versus... They are the same piece. It's just repainted. But you can see on here we have... Instead of the silver on this guy, we have the red here. And we have the same silver paint scheme on the blue that we have on the red. It's just these are cycled to red versus silver. And here's the back of them. He has the yellow ports, he has the red ports, and he does have the red inside as well at the bottom. Same water slides, just different paint for the actual figures. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of go out of order how I usually do things. Try and mix it up. Just because these are the same buck. And here is the other guy. So we can take a look at the head sculpts. So this one, we've seen his head sculpt. So him aside. This is a bald male soldier. I am not a fan of the yelling figures. I wish that would be an additional accessory and provide you with a closed mouth version. It's just my pet peeve. In my opinion. It's just, for example, if these guys are standing around, what's he doing? Yelling at everybody? Come on, man. It just kind of pigeonholes you in what you can do with display for this kind of head sculpts. Here is the third trooper. Shaved on the side, brown hair. Really nice. Very cool. Same body, same paint, same everything as the bald guy. And him is the same body armor. So we're going to set these two gentlemen aside. And we'll bring them back here shortly. So we'll take a look at the articulation with the armor. So with the armor, you're definitely going to have some hindrance in the articulation. Here's his on ball joint. It will rotate 360. But with the armor on, you can look to the side, to this side, down, up, side to side. Take it off, it's 360 all the way around, maximum range, not a problem. It's just such a really large ordeal. You're not really seeing much. It's just the same black buck that you're used to seeing for most of the figures. Shoulders on a ball joint. They raise up that far until they hit the shoulder pads. Of course, they will go higher if you remove the body armor. All this gear, his arms, his legs, chest, all removable. You just have a plain looking guy in a black outfit. The ball joints on the shoulders will go 360 without the shoulder pads that are attached to the body armor. So they get you that much for a all geared up look. There's rotation 360 here in the elbow. We have bendable elbows on both arms. And get you 90 degrees. Looks good. On both arms. These are the new style wrists, so there's no, up and down on one and in and out on the other. We have the ball joint, and it just rotates around in any position that you want on both hands. Hands are painted very nicely. I love the padded look. Take a look at that. And that thumb is painted. Pretty cool. We do have a nap crunch. Let's see here. Best way I can do this. We have here down, up, down, up. We have a side to side. And of course you get more of a range of that motion without the armor. For his legs, he does sit relatively good for being all geared up. Very nicely. And he can split like that much until his armor collides with the rest of his sculpt. With that much. And then we have thigh rotation here. We have double jointed knees. We get a 90 there on both for the first joint. And then utilizing the second joint, you can get a pretty good range for being such a bulky character. Really good. Very nice. For his feet, they do pivot down, pivot up, and they go around, but it hits this side piece here. Again, if you want that, remove all that armor. The only bad thing is you're stuck with those big feet. Very cool figures. Very nice. Is how they look with the new playset. Let's bring these guys back in so you guys can see these guys. Really, really cool. Love the color. Do not regret them now. I'm glad I picked them up. Kind of glad I waited. Kind of glad I got them. So still on the fence with a couple of those sets. Like, you can't really find a place for those Salute figures. There's the White Flame and that Golden Legion one. That's just, I don't know how I feel about that. Knowing me, probably gonna buy them eventually. Because I'll be late to the game doing a review, but I do like the White Flame girl. I just don't know about the red faces with the same color of their armor or skin tone or whatever they're going for there. It's kind of out of the realm of soldiers, in my opinion. It's more of a futuristic thing. I'm not sure. Who knows? Still on the fence about those. Here's the accessory tray. Looks good. This hold up together by friction. Getting that to the side there. So let's see here. See what we got. Guys, take a look. Okay, our first weapon that I picked out of the box is this one. We have a like a metallic black a little bit. Some red there in the center, like a red drum. Both sides are the same. And you do get 2 of these in a pack. Okay. And let's see how else I can get these out of here. Then we get this weapon. Kind of looks like a shotgun to me. Advanced type deal. You get 2 of these. Very cool. Okay, if I had an outside nitpick about anything, would be outside the color scheme of the center figure. Why 2? You know, you have 3 figures. You give them 3 of everything, so you can either unison your figures, give them differences. I mean, you do get 3 of these other gun here, but not 3 of the 2 I just showed you. You know, this one, you get 2 of these. So I think they should just went ahead and add an extra one for each. You know, who knows? See, so you get 3 of these weapons, which are relatively cool. You get the silver, the yellow, and the black on this thing. I'm not sure what this thing is going for. First I thought it was like a tack light, but nah, it's more of a flat piece. The yellow there. Not sure what that's for. Maybe it's not a blade. So I'm not sure what they're going for there. You do get 3 of these things. And I'm going to go ahead and get those out of there if you give me 1 second. Okay. There's all 3 of them. Looks cool. Yeah, I like them. They're actually probably my favorite gun out of the set. Kind of gives me a alien feel to them. They're all the same color, same sculpt. Both sides are the same. Looks really cool. I like them. Like them a lot. And then we get, let's see here. Okay, it comes with a white shield. Going back to my little pet peeve paint thing, and I don't think this works out. I do like this shield. This is one of the better ones in my opinion. Obviously there's a handle, probably in one of those little baggies. We have some silver here on the ends, on the sides here, top and bottom also. Nice logo, some nice water decals there. Shouldn't be white. You know, if at the bare minimum red. I wish it was blue. You know, give it some ownership to the characters. It's just really a odd thing. I don't know why it bothers me, but it does. You do get 2 of these helmets. So it's a side view. There's the back. Other side. I do like the red. Red's cool. So you get 2 of those, and then you get a white one. I'll leave this one here, but just for comparison. Obviously, the white one is for the guy with the red chest. I started thinking, well, why didn't the helmet red match the red chest? Well, it probably went with because if you made the helmet red, it would clash with the red visor. But I'd probably been okay with that. Or if it just gave it a black visor, it would have been even cooler. The white is just offsetting to me. It's one thing to have the red, and that had been it. The 2 colors, red and blue, but the white adds just a little bit of, puts me on the fence with the colors. Oh boy, he's not going to stay up there, is he? So that's how they look together. They are over the head type helmets for all 3 of them. And we will revisit that here in a second because I want to remember that thing I was telling you guys about, like I wanted to show you. I'll come back to that because it has something else I'm going to show you. I don't think anybody's ever showed anybody this, and I just learned this myself, and I'm kind of surprised because I've been calling it out a little different in my reviews. I'm not sure if it's for all the figures, but at least for this set, it is. So in this set, we have that shield handle, like this. So it goes over top of his peg, like so. And if it's, yep, it's quite stiff. Once you get it on, I don't recommend pulling it on and off, because you're going to be bending these handles and clips. That's where that goes. Looks really good. So they have 3 pistols. We've seen these before with the other sets. Really, really cool. So you get 1, just dropped it, 2, and 3. I can't hold on to 3 of these guys. Oh, where'd the other one? Try this one more time. That's it. Seriously. Okay, here we go. We got 3. Okay, that was fun. Not. We have a set of punching hands here. Also has that padded look, even on the fingers. Very, very, very cool. And the top of the hand. It looks like we have 2 knives. We have 2 different blades. So let's see here if we can get these laid out. Oops. Okay, we're back to this again. Seriously. So we have 2 different knives and 2 different handles. Silver blade, black handles, 2 different sculpts. So I like this white so you guys can see this stuff. Very cool. And sporting the old style, it looks like you get a shoulder joint. And you get in, I want to say this is an elbow joint. So that's cool to get those for your other figures that they break, as long as they're black in color. Then these 3 pieces right here, can you see them? Because they're so small. These are those new wrist joints in case you break them. That's it for that. So that's all you get in the accessories baggie. Now, going to the one part I was promising you guys. So, let's bring these guys out. We have little baby Beetlejuice heads. If you guys don't know what Beetlejuice is, it's a Michael Keaton movie to where he's sitting on a couch next to some kind of, we'll call him a witch doctor, and he insults him. And he sprinkles this dust on Beetlejuice's head, and his head shrinks. And he starts talking really, really funny. I can't do it. Anyway, here is that little head. It is a baklava mask head, which I've been saying, especially for the females, won't just give us a baklava head instead of a dummy head. I call those dummy heads because they look like mannequins. So you get 3 of these. They're all the same. What are these for? Obviously, these are for to swap out the head sculpts with these to put on the helmet. So here's what I've learned. What do you see that's missing? What's missing here? See if I can get it to focus. Eyeballs. There's no eyeballs. I found this inside the packaging. What is that? What is that? That looks like eyebrows and eyelashes. So I'm going to bring in this fella here. Do you see his shiny eyeballs? I initially thought that they were painting the eyes on. Am I the only one that didn't know this? Apparently, I've heard anybody say anything about it. But I discovered they give you these water slide decals so you can put on your dummy heads. If you look at his face, look at his eyes. I'm trying to turn it with the light. You see the shininess in his eyes? Those are water slide decals. Those are not painted on. His eyebrows, they just put those on there. That also reaffirms my telling you, do not put these in hot water. You have no eyeballs. And this is the only set that I have owned a lot of Joytoy figures. And this is the only set that has those water slide decals. So is this true for all figures? No. I have to check that out. A lot of figures to look at. Interesting, right? Only on my channel you learn this crazy stuff. So please consider subscribing. And also, if you look at this, that's our little head. Little head. Look how small that head is. That's funny. Wow. Very cool. I guess very funny little heads. Most of the helmets, I think, go halfway down. Maybe if you heated and forced it, if you want to go that route, you can get them on. You might be able to. At my point, I do not like forcing nothing on expensive figures. So, let's take a look at some comparisons before we get out of here. Definitely going to be running out of time. I really wanted to do them holding some weapons and stuff, but I think the comparisons kind of roll out. Here is the other set. I work to keep my videos around 30 minutes and try to mix up the content a little bit so it doesn't get the same dry over and over. So here we go. Yes, I was on the fence with the white on here, but it didn't bother me much with the other ones. Hammer of Steel boys. It's very, very cool. Look at those guys all together. Wow. And to top it all off, I found something else really, really cool. If you guys have Stina, that cool figure, check her out. She fits perfectly with these boys. It's the same color armor. Her pants is the same color of his chest armor. Why didn't they just put this figure in that group? They made back not too long ago when they were doing like, let's use everybody's favorite skeleton forces, the Hell Grim Reapers. You had, what was that, Selene? And then you have 4 figures, you have 3 guys and 1 girl. This would have been a perfect opportunity for that. She looks fantastic. She fits with like a glove in that set. She has the same colors, the red, the blue, and the white. Very interesting, right? And only here on my channel, you're going to get this kind of information, this kind of content. Very nice. How about that? What do you guys think? Looks fantastic, right? Very, very cool. So it looks like I have just a little bit more time. Look at this. Look at a little mini head. Mini head. That's hilarious. And of course, give you a quick look before time runs out. Head fits pretty good. Trying to fit as much as I can into this video for you guys. We're back with mini head again. The blue armor guys. Little skull. There you go. I like it. Hope you guys like that. It looks like I can get away with a few more minutes. Let's see what we can do. Okay, here we go with some of the figures with the weapons in our hands. Look very, very cool. Single wheel, dual wheel, whatever you want to have. Looks great. Very nice. Very cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, please consider subscribing. We do a lot of fun stuff. We have bonuses in our videos. I find out really cool things, like the Stina fitting with these boys. I think it looks great. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. If you guys enjoy this set, and if you liked how the Stina fits in, if you like anything else, any other questions about the figure that we didn't get to,